why Saturn is necessary in this life. Um, and it's a part of life, whether you want to hit the gym, whether you want to succeed in this reality, whatever your goals, whatever your missions are to accomplish, Saturn will always be there. Your life can literally be so called perfect, but Saturn will always be there. What is Saturn? Saturn is the energy of discipline. It's the energy of authority. It's the energy of you need to get your shit together or else you are going to suffer the consequences. I'm well aware of Saturn being raised by a black father. He did not play any games, and Saturn does not play any games. So it's up to us to look ourselves in the mirror, go deep within ourselves on a consistent basis, and figure out what it is we need to enhance on and improve on in order to have the fulfilling life that we internally desire. So, for example, waking up in the morning, especially early in the morning when you're tired, is an example of Saturn because you have to push through resistance in order to get up. You have to go against gravity in order to get up. There's always going to be challenges in the way. There's always going to be some form of discipline that we need to grasp and take within ourselves in order to prosper and stand tall. So, same thing can be related when we hit the gym. If we want to get stronger, if we want to build muscle, if we want to get a aesthetic physique, we have to go against resistance, whether that's fatigue or whether that's pushing against weight or going against gravity. Saturn is always there. You can be a rich millionaire, you can be whatever, you can be in a perfect relationship. There's always going to be challenges. That is the energy of Saturn. People compare Saturn, or they say it's a similar energetic relation to Satan himself, because Satan is the op, especially if you go into Christianity and certain religions. But I won't go too deep into that. But that's just an example of you understanding the type of energy that Saturn may bring. Now that's one side to the coin. The other side is because there's also polarity. So there's two sides to each coin. How we perceive Saturn, how we decide to take upon the challenge is ultimately up to us, because that discipline and that authority within ourselves is there, but it's also here. The reason why this reality is structured the way it is for us to evolve, for us to get closer to our higher selves, meaning we are going to have to go against, again, resistance, challenges, things of that nature. So whether or not we want to look at it as a good or bad thing is up to our perception at the end of the day. But it is the key to our success. Now, my mission on this planet in this lifetime, my sole purpose is to combine fitness and spirituality. I haven't seen too many people do that or implement that philosophy, but they go hand in hand. But also spirituality goes hand in hand with everything in life. So of course, so back to the gym stuff. There is going to be resistance. There's going to be ups and downs. If you want to put on muscle, if you want to get in better shape, mind you, I'm a lean person and I like it that way. I'm an athlete. I'm all about function. I'm not about being a bodybuilder. I'm not trying to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger out here. So for you people in the comments that may be like, oh, nigga, you skinny. Relax. Relative strength is always going to be a thing. So you have to know what type of body you're working with. What's your body type? Now, they have different names in philosophy, ectomorph, whatever. Are you a lean person or are you a bigger husky person? So, but getting into shape, focus on consistency and focus on quality movements if you want to get in better shape. Focus on compound lifts if you want to get in better shape. What are compound lifts? Squats, push-ups, pull-ups, lunges, things of that nature. Exercises that are going to work multiple muscle groups at the same damn time. You're not just out here doing bicep curls, only focusing on this. Nah, we doing overhead press. We hitting this, we hitting this, we hitting this. We hitting a little bit of our shoulders and our back, you know what I'm saying? So our core if we're standing, of course. But, you know, things of that nature. Focus on the quality of the movements. And then just discipline, man. Discipline is going to be more important than motivation. How many people, as I make this video, it's January. How many people every damn year, the beginning of January, they're motivated. It's like, yeah, this year I'm going to get in shape. This year I'm going to make shit happen. But then that Saturn starts to hit them. That Saturn energy starts to take place, and they start to lay off a little bit because they can't handle the pressure, the authority, the discipline. And that's going to be the key to do anything in life, is getting over that, or figuring out a way to apply the discipline amongst Saturn. You know, however you can do that. I recommend going at your own pace. It's not a race. You're not going to get in shape in one day. This is going to be an accumulation. That's another thing with Saturn. It's big on karma. Karma is essentially cause and effect, but an accumulation, a gradual accumulation over time, whether that's wealth or debt, whether that's you getting stronger or weaker. It's a constant accumulation because discipline is always there and it's going to have its effect on you. So if you've been taking care of yourself, eating healthy, you'll be all right. If you had a genetic dental condition that, you know, you failed to address up until age 34 and you need to get on that shit now, it's going to present itself to the point where, like, damn, yeah, now look at you. And now you got to spend $30,000. Anyway, there's always going to be that Saturn energy. There's always going to be challenges in life. So our job is to embrace it and utilize that energy, alchemize that energy to where it helps us evolve and become a stronger and better person. Just like here, I'm getting better with the YouTube videos, you know. This is going to take time. It's going to take gradual practice. If you're trying to get in shape in the gym, it's going to take gradual practice. Quality over quantity, focus on the technique, compound list, remember that. But just know, man, that's the reason why life is challenging. It's meant to be, because Saturn is that energy that's there to help us evolve if we can take on the challenge. So keep that in mind. Comment your thoughts below. Feel free to like or subscribe if you want to, if it's in your heart. I'm in the beginning stages as I make this video. But peace, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day and take on that challenge.